It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book. Howdy. It's me, Ryan. We're making a book. We're making our first graphic novel. That's what we're doing here on this channel. This is my second day streaming to both. Where's that light? Okay. Streaming to both YouTube and Twitch. So we're trying that out. See if that does us any good. I got a haul. I'm trying to get 2 pages in today, and I got a late start because life is tricky lately. Okay, so, but that's okay. We're here. We're drawing. We're making it work, folks. And I'm gonna try and do something with the light in here. That might help. That won't help. Okay. And then we're just yeah. So this is my graphic novel, Bonehead. It's a 230-page book. The whole thing is penciled. I just have to ink it. And then when I finish inking it in April, I'm going to color it. I'm inking the whole thing live. So and it is about this little skeleton guy here. Let's see if I can find him. Oh, Bonehead, where are you? Where's our protagonist? Well, here's a page with Bonehead. He's this little skeleton guy. Bucktooth skeleton guy. He works at a poison factory in a city called Necropolis. And he's kind of a goof off. And he's decided that he's going to get his life together. So he's trying to get a promotion. He's going to ask his girlfriend to marry him. And then he finds out that his bosses, these guys here, let's see if we can get a better look at these guys here, are planning on shutting down the poison factory, which is going to mess up all his plans. So he steals this top secret project that they're working on. So they can't close down the factory. But then it gets him wrapped up in this interplanetary, interdimensional fiasco. And that's our story, Bonehead. So that's what we're making. I'm trying to hit page 80 before the end of the month, but this is page 71, so that might be tricky. I'm trying. There are external forces fighting against me on this. But we're trying. So the idea is we're figuring this all out live, figuring out how to make a comic. And any obstacles that come along the way, we'll figure them out right here. Together. So here's Mr. Shivers. He wears this smiley face mask because he's always such an angry guy that he wears the mask so he doesn't so his demeanor is a little softened on the employees. This is kind of the idea. Then the book opens with this guy, Denton Crux, who's a scientist. He's at the beginning, it's many years ago when he still has hair, and he's on another planet, and he's trying to get this thing from the king of planet Montana. This artifact, and it's obviously very important to them. And when they don't give it to him, he decides to steal it. And it kind of puts the planet in peril, the planet Montana in peril. And then we cut to present day, where we see Bonehead's situation, unrelated situation, of trying to improve his life. There. You're all caught up. Oh, and also there's a giant worm chase that chases Bonehead around. That was a few pages back. So if you go, if you're watching from Twitch, you can go on my YouTube channel and see me draw those pages. Also, if you're on YouTube, I don't know how to do anything with the artwork on Twitch, but I don't know how to do anything on Twitch because Twitch is so cluttered looking, and it puts me off, and I don't want to look at it. But Twitch, get your life together. Twitch's problem is it was designed by like purple-haired teenagers. What was I saying? Oh, but if you're on YouTube and you like the thumbnail art, consider checking out my Twitter and my Instagram for daily drawings. Normally I post daily drawings. I haven't been lately, mostly because of Christmas and stuff like that. In the new year, I'm going to start doing the daily drawings again. It was just getting to be too many things at a time to do a page, to do daily drawings, to do to figure out stuff for this channel, and to do Christmas all at once. It was kind of pulling me into too many directions. Something had to give. But in the new year, we'll start posting again. I've been drawing sketchbook stuff here and there, little by little. But yeah, and the new year, I've got I'm gearing up to be I'm ready to be a super productive guy again, I think. So, like I said, I'm trying to hit page 80 in the next. So that's what, 10 pages in the next. Today, tomorrow, 28, 29, 30, 31, 4 days. That's ambitious. So I keep falling further and further behind right now. Some of it's my fault, some of it less so. But that's the goal, and I am really determined to hit it. And if I don't, though, I'm thinking the backup plan is I still have to hit, let's see, 30 pages next month. Let me take a look at this calendar here. 31 pages next month, because I want to average to a page a day. Even if I don't hit one every single day, I want to average to a page a day. And that was starting in December. So what's 80 plus 31? Some kind of astronomical number I can't even imagine, surely. 80, 90, 100, 110, 111. So I still have to hit 111 by the end of January. So whatever pages I fall short, they get added to January's pages. But I don't want to rest on that. I want to try and hit 80 still this month. If I can, mark my words, I will. That said, I wanted to try and not get too distracted today and only spend like 10 minutes on a panel. Because I don't have a ton of time today. There are forces out to destroy us. I heard whispers, it was a warning. Don't knock us out and drag us to a forest. Yes, that's what I've been told. That's what they say. Oh. Tea. It wouldn't be a Bonehead page without tea. Let's see. So everybody's talking about NFTs right now. And it's like, I don't know, like you gotta like learn a whole nother language. You gotta use a whole different kind of fake money. You gotta, what if, because I'm a simple guy. I don't got time to learn all that mess. What if I started selling fake NFTs and it had actual value because it was physical artwork? Like, and I sell a series of 100 small watercolor paintings for like $1 each. Or what if I sold them for like $0.25 each? No shipping. And then they unexpectedly show up framed and signed, and they come with stickers and a piece of candy. And you're like, wow, holy smokes. Here's an artist who really respects his audience. Wouldn't that be cool? And they come all wrapped up in like a high-end like bubble mailer, and they're like totally preserved. And they come with like a certificate of authenticity, and you're like, man, I paid $0.25 for this. This guy loves me. Here's someone who values my viewership. Should I do fake NFTs? One friend told me that idea sounds prohibitively expensive. But I was like, so does investing in NFTs. I don't know. It's just a thought. I thought it would be funny. I thought it would be cool punk rock satirical if I were to do that. It's like everyone's talking about art integrity, and I'm like, yeah, well, put your money where your mouth is, man. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll have something for sale eventually. The new year is when I plan on getting everything going. I'm gonna this book was not written to be issues, but I'm gonna try and start putting together some um, issues of Bonehead. So like issue 1 will be the first part of the book, the first 24 pages of the book, where Denton Crux here is on planet Montana, trying to get the orb from the king of planet Montana. Then issue 2 would be our introduction to Bonehead. And so the first one I'm going to try and get together in January and February. Maybe I'll sell it on an Etsy site. I got to figure out the logistics and everything, but time is not on my side. Stuff keeps coming up. But that's the plan. We're going to start doing comics in 2022. I'd like to start selling paintings, little watercolors, regardless, even if I don't sell them for a quarter. I might call them fake NFTs. I think that'd be good marketing. Okay. Here's Denton Crux's Eblo. And drop shadow here. Mm-hmm. Then here's this scientist guy. My brush is sword fighting the camera. So he's got these mad scientist goggles. That's how you know he's a scientist. No self-respecting human outside a science lab would wear goggles like this. Maybe a skateboarder or something. Maybe a post-apocalyptic skateboarder. Maybe the Rocket Power Kids. Oh. Let's get this little goatee. Protruding bottom lip, protruding nose. Protruding brow. His face almost looks like a mountain range. And then this poorly drawn collar. See if we can make it look more like a collar. Ooh, something on the tip of my brush. There we go. He's like a German scientist guy. I think in the script I describe him as tired scientist. I didn't send the link out to anybody because I'm trying to be quick about this. And also, my main guest, Liam, my brother, he comes in a lot. He's stuck out in North Dakota. Because he was visiting his girlfriend's mother for Christmas. And then they were about to leave, but then they got stuck due to snow. It's a snowy day out here. It's the first real snow here. We had some snow early in December or late November. But it didn't really stick, I don't think. But yeah, so he's making his way back home, hopefully. Last night, at like midnight or 1 in the morning, he asked me to send him the Bonehead cartoon that I made. And I sent it to him. I think he watched that last night by himself, probably because it was midnight. But I was wondering if he was asking me to send it so he could show it off. Because he's the star of it. He plays Bonehead. I did scratch vocals where I did all of Bonehead's lines, and I just didn't want to be. I think I did it fine. I did it the way I wanted to, but I thought it was kind of dumb to have me do all the dialogue because I play this one slug waitress, I play the rat landlord, I play Bonehead's buddy Mort. Who else? I play Norton, the bus driver. I play anybody else in it. Oh, my sister-in-law plays Petunia, Bonehead's girlfriend, for the one line she has in that cartoon. But I just felt like I should relinquish the main role to my brother, who's one of the most entertaining people I know. So I told him to do kind of like a SpongeBob-y thing for Bonehead. I told him kind of like Fry from Futurama, kind of kind of SpongeBob is what I kind of had in mind for Bonehead. Because he's got to be kind of like an everyman, but he's got to be kind of, I don't know, SpongeBob just sounded kind of right. They both got the buck teeth thing going. So that's kind of how he plays him. He plays him a little SpongeBob-y. But I sent him the cartoon, which it just needs a couple audio fixes, which I have them. I just have to lay them in, and swap out the audio. But I don't know. It always gives me trouble. One day I'll post it to my YouTube channel. Oh, and I don't know. I know the links are in my YouTube channel. I don't know nothing about Twitch. Where do I put links? I gotta think about that. Because I always go in and I edit the. Let me see. Do I put the description in StreamYard? I think I do. So yeah. I just add the artwork on YouTube before I go live, and I add all the hashtags, or what do you call them? Yeah, the tags to YouTube before I go live. I should probably do something similar to Twitch, but you know, who could ever tell what they're looking at? You know, I know a lot of people like Twitch. I just don't understand it. It was definitely designed by somebody with ADD. For people with even more ADD. Now, what's behind him? I'm not going to put that. There's like a table top that goes across his arm here in the pencils. That's not going to work. That's just going to make it, that's going to lose clarity if I add that. So we can just leave this little diagonal as a background. I will put a drop shadow under this arm. There's a dropper. Yeah, and even last night I was trying to swap out the bad audio for the good audio, and it was killing me. So I am trying to get it prepped for I think I just need new equipment here. We'll get there. It's all in the new year. Everything fights with me, as it is currently. That's not going to stop us. The one thing we don't do is sit down and cry. No. We come to the table and we draw. So, Mr. Shivers here, he called Denton Crux in to show him that after all these years, he thinks they've cracked this secret formula that they've been trying to produce for many, many years. Boom. Boom. I also started writing out, because Liam got me thinking about it last night. I also started writing out an outline for what my next Bonehead animated cartoon would be, like an episode 2 kind of thing, which I would do in parts. I would probably release it on YouTube in parts. I broke it down in my outline. I broke it down into 5 parts, and it's all based on scenes that I had written back when I wrote the first cartoon. That I wanted to do, and I kind of just strung them together to make like they're like disjointed scenes, but I made them into one story. The only thing I didn't wrap in was this one scene that I wrote, or not wrote, but kind of came up with back in the day. It was like a Halloween scene where Bonehead is wearing this really bad human mask. So that one I didn't wrap in, but because it was Halloween specific. But yeah, I rolled all these old scene ideas that I had together to make one story. But they also make good individual parts, I think. So if I broke it up, they would seem like self-contained little episodes. But, or I don't know about self-contained, but they would seem like good starting, stopping points. But they could also like be pieced together into one cartoon was my intention when I was outlining it last night. So that would be cool. I don't know when I would do it. Is the problem, but someday I'll do it. Surely. Probably not in 2022. But who knows? Like, because if I break it up into like a 3-minute videos, that's a lot easier to do than an 18-minute video, like the Bonehead cartoon I'm trying to get on YouTube now. And I also, because I've done it now, I also know a lot of pitfalls that, a lot of pitfalls to avoid if I were to do it again. Not to say I would have no issues making another cartoon, but especially when it came to audio, it's like the audio and backgrounds just beat the living daylights out of me. It's just, if you ask me, it becomes the most complicated part of animation, like syncing up backgrounds, and just making audio work. It can seem straightforward going into it. Like I know what I need. I recorded all the audio. But then like, I don't know, getting it to work. It's like problems always show up for me. I mean, the bigger the project, the bigger the problems. But also, I do want to do little, maybe before I put it on YouTube, I do want to do little, they're not too involved, but little credit scenes, little scenes of everyone during the credits, all the characters. And I wrote those scenes already a long time ago, but it's just like little hints of it's like little, like everyone gets a spotlight, I think. And it's like little bits of closure on the characters, or it's little hints of what future episodes might be, I believe. Yeah. Like little extra jokes. And it's also to fill out the credits, the credit shot, because it's mostly just like Ryan O'Connor. And I was like, that's kind of crass. I should have something playing here. I really like the the music over the credits scene. I feel like I found the perfect music to close it. And I was putting that together. All right. For a split second, I thought I had his hand on backwards. I had to think about that. There we go. I should set an alarm because I don't want to. I can't stay on forever. Okay, I'll be on a while longer, like maybe an hour and a half longer. Okay. Okay. So I got a bunch of art supplies for Christmas that I haven't used yet. And also, I left a bunch of art supplies at my parents' house that I got. Science goggles. Science goggles are not pretty. Science goggles only function. Science goggles. That's my science goggles song. Everyone has one. I mean, unless something's wrong with you. I saw I'm up to 30 subscribers on the dang old YouTube. I don't know if it's been that way. I have a notoriously terrible memory, but I thought it was like 28, and now it's 30. So that's exciting. Folks, thank you. Thank you for your patronage. Thank you for your perhaps even feigned interest in my meandering little endeavor here. Bless you. We're trying to put on a show. I just need to get some reliable guest action going on here. Liam's pretty good. For someone who doesn't draw, Liam's pretty good at making the guest appearances work. Like when he comes on, he's on point. He's talking about art. He's usually talking about music and stuff like that, but he seems to get what I'm trying to do here, maybe more than anybody, and I appreciate that. And he just comes on. He'll be playing video games while he's on here, and he just kind of like just talks to me. We shoot the breeze. I'll be drawing. He'll be playing video games. He's always playing Spyro when he's on. But also, Liam is one of the most entertaining people I know. I have a link to his Spotify in the description. Where he has some music that he's made over the past few years. It's really fun stuff. I have a bunch of links, so check those out if you like good people who make art. Again, there's also the link to my Instagram and Twitter, which I'll be a lot more active than I have been this past month in the new year. I'm just giving myself a few more days to be lazy about it. Because, it has been the better part of 3 years where I pretty reliably posted new stuff every day, like a new drawing every day. The first 2 years more so than the last one, but still, I was pretty reliable, I would say. Pretty consistently posting there. Okay, so he's squeezing the juice. He's takes the dropper puts it in this one that says Holy Artifact. Then he squeezes it into this other potion. I don't know if they're called potions in science, but whatever. I call them potions. Oops. So if you're watching this, anyone, and you ever want to come on and talk about art with me, that's what I need. I need some good guests. And you can work on your art while you're on stream and show it off. That's what I really want. And my brother Liam, he always plays us like bits of music that he's working on. Yeah, that's always cool. And it becomes like a multimedia show kind of thing. Like I like having music on. I like having other people. I would like to have other people drawing or working on projects. That makes me happy. I'm always trying to get my high school art friends on here. They want to come on allegedly, but you know, people have lives. That's fair. My problem is that I suspect people are just being shy, and that's not fair because I'm shy. I'm just trying to get myself to stop being shy. And I think my shy friends should stop being shy too. Like sometimes I feel like there is like shyness is a virtue to an extent, but in a lot of ways it's a crutch, and I really should not lean on that crutch. I should not allow myself to like there is a part of shyness that a part of my shyness anyway that is I think I'm being reserved and respectful and stuff, and it's me holding back in a way that's honorable, I guess, but there's a big part of it that is just like a combination of like laziness, like passiveness, like not non-confrontationalness that is not so honorable. And it's just it's a bad habit that has kind of like it's like overgrown weeds, you know what I mean? Like it gone unchecked over the years, and doesn't serve anybody very well, if I'm being honest about it. And so, what is he holding here? He's holding this little hose here. It's like, I don't recall seeing anything that looked like that before. Yeah, it's comfort zone stuff that I resent. And little by little, I'm trying to disrupt my comfort zone. By making myself come on YouTube every day, by putting myself out there and stuff, it's all an experiment to make this comic thing work. But I am trying to like work on myself through it at the same time, if that makes sense. I'm a much better speaker than I was August, September, October, November, December, 5 months ago. I'm much better at generating conversation, which is something I struggled with my whole life. I would let people start conversations, and then I could participate in a conversation, but I didn't know. I remember in high school, I always felt I had a problem generating conversations. And largely that's all I've been doing for the past 5 months. Because I don't want dead air. And look, I don't shut up. I mean, I do sometimes. But yeah. So it's little by little it's working. It's working. I'm getting a little better at not losing my train of thought while I'm talking, which is something that is really bad. I was always really bad with. It still kind of happens when I'm having at least I'm sure it would, having a confrontational conversation. I get really I it's like a defense mechanism. It's like a built-in defense mechanism in my brain where I lose my train of thought when I'm having a confrontational argument or something, and I'm unable to make my point. And that's a problem, you know, because my opinion has value. We're working on it. It's like if you don't flex muscles like that, you remain soft. It's like just like everything else, you have to practice. You got to practice talking if you have trouble talking. You got to practice socializing if you're bad at socializing. You have to practice. It's like, and it's scary. It's like if you're scared, practice facing your fears. And it's another thing. It's like me making this comic. It kind of started with me practicing drawing every day, which I drew all the time, but suddenly I made it a point to start drawing every day. Made it a point to like try and draw only things I was willing to share. And it's helping me become a better artist. I've been really going at it for about 3, maybe 4 years now. Because it was about when I turned 30, I was trying to address all this stuff because I was like, my 20s are over. Time won't stop coming. Time won't stop moving. And for some reason, it only moves in one direction. So I wanted to start accomplishing things. Don't wait till you're 30 either, if you can help it. I'm not going to do the shadow underneath this like I have sketched in there. I can do it in the colors, but I'll just do some mix on the surface. To kind of give a sense of the surface. And then I think this needs something too. Okay. This probably isn't the best view. This whole stream, I'm trying to figure out how to get a better view on this, but okay. So there's a Bunsen burner here. So he sticks this hose into this flask and he's heating it up. I don't know if there's any, maybe in that first panel and the last panel, yeah, there's some dialogue, but the rest of this, there's like no dialogue. It's just, we're just watching a process. Like, what does that a lot? Better Call Saul. We're just watching processes take place. They do that a lot on there. That's the other thing. It's like yesterday I was waiting for my roommate to send me a video that he took on Christmas. And I was waiting for it. And then I was like, I can't be waiting all day. I got a book to draw. So I just went on without it. And then, like, I have a bunch of friends that have said, yeah, I'll come onto your show. It's like, I can't, at the same time, I can't wait for a guest to decide they're ready to come onto the show before I go on. You know what I mean? So, like, I gotta be ready to do this without them. Without, the thing is, you don't, and I heard this from somewhere else, but you don't put your fate in other people's hands. So I can't be like, I couldn't do a show yesterday. I was waiting for this and this and this. It's like, the thing is, it's like if I'm going to put on a show, I'm going to put on a show, and barring technical difficulties, nothing's going to stop me. And sometimes that's part of it. It's like I got to wait for this dang computer to work or something. But when it's time to draw, I'm in charge of that. It's got those bubbles in here. Here, let me get my trusty, handy dandy Copic Multiliners. I just got new ones for Christmas, and I'm so happy. I was drawing with this bad pen. I was doing panels last night. Probably even this page I was doing with a bad pen. Oh wait, that's not what I'm doing. And I did like 3 pages, paneled 3 pages with this pen that I was really struggling with, and I was like, why am I doing this to myself? I just got a whole bunch of new pens. And then I started the next one, and I was like, oh yeah, that feels good. Okay. So these are Copic Multiliner. Do they say SP on them? I thought they did, but they just say Copic Multiliners. Black. I don't know. Sometimes I have a set that says SP that looks just like that. I don't know what the SP is, but I also have ones that look different, and they don't say that. I think the headline is I like Copic Multiliners. So that's what I do a lot of my line work on my sketchbook drawings. On the book, I use it for tighter details sometimes when I don't know if I can trust the brush to do it. But the brush I use is the same one that Bill Watterson used on Calvin and Hobbes. It's the same one that Doug TenNapel uses on a lot of his books, his traditionally inked books, which are most of them. It's Winsor and Newton Series 7 Finest Sable Kolinsky hairbrush. This is a size 3. I alternate between the size 3 and the size 2 a lot. I only have one size 2 brush though, and it's like, because I've been using it for about 5 months now, and I wash it after every use just about. So many of the hairs have fallen out recently that it's so thin that when I try to draw with it, it's so weak that it doesn't really. I can't use it for that kind of drawing, and you can see it's kind of fried, and there's like hairs broken off like at the base, and so. But I have a bunch of size 3 brushes. I'll probably get some new size 2 eventually. They're about $24 a brush or so on Amazon or on Blick.com. It might be cheaper on Blick. I know my Prismacolor markers are cheaper on Blick. For years, I would exclusively buy my Prismacolor markers at Hobby Lobby because there was always a Hobby Lobby nearby. But then I realized one day that it was like I couldn't go there because it was a Sunday or something, and they're closed on Sunday. And so I was like, I went and ordered them online, and I realized they were like half the price and even cheaper if you buy 12 at a time. So I was like, heck yes, from now on. And so I always buy my Prisma markers at Blick.com. Is it dickblick.com? I think it's just Blick.com. And I think it's gone up a teensy bit since I started buying them from there. But if it has, not too much. What I really want to know is where I can get the colors that they don't have, because they have a good variety of colors, but it's not nearly all the colors that Prismacolor has to offer. And I want to know where you can get these obscure colors, because even when I go to Prismacolor.com, I feel like you can't order them there, if I'm not mistaken. They just show you retailers that sell them. Okay. Drop shadow under his hair a little bit. Let's see. Where is it that we were? Okay. Moving right along. Okay. All right. And we're gonna do like it's gonna show its form. Because job number 1 is clarity, right? We see those lines on it, and we just know it's a hose. It's not like a racing stripe of some sort. You know, whatever sells the picture a little better. And yeah, it's like clarity over logic sometimes, if that makes sense. Like when I was doing space shots earlier in the book, I would throw in like 5-pointed stars. And it just sells that you're looking at space immediately. Like it's not snow, it's not a snowy night or something. It like the thing is, you just kind of want your reader to at a glance understand what's going on as much as possible. Because all you need to do is like trip somebody up for a moment. Like, has it ever happened when like you're reading a comic and I can think of one example, an artist I like, off the top of my head, where they have the balloons pointed to the wrong characters, and the wrong character says the wrong line, and it immediately like takes you out of the book, stops you, and it's like I'm just out of the story now. You know what I mean? And it's the same with the visuals. Like if if I'm in a book and I'm like, wait, what am I looking at? And you'll hear me say that, like I've done it earlier on this page while I was drawing it. I'm like, wait, what is this hose? I need to know before I ink it because it doesn't make sense to me. And that's kind of how I'm trying to approach the visuals. It's like I want clarity first because I need, like, I'm not the best artist in the world. So anywhere where I can help the reader with my artwork, or like I need to be thinking about that kind of stuff all along the way. So that doesn't look right, those lines. I think it's just the wrong angle because it would be like that. Yeah. I feel like all these drop shadows I always add, I feel like they can help with clarity a lot. I'm not doing it enough on this page, but I also find line weight will really help with that. Like push characters forward, push characters back, push objects back by giving them a thinner line weight, giving foreground characters or objects more weight. We'll bring them forward. And it just helps the page read better. So now I'm trying to do it on this panel because we have 3 characters overlapping. And it might be hard to tell what's what a little bit. So the line weight will help it. The coloring will help it too. pen out again. Oh, getting a call from a stranger. It really just says unknown. I have half a mind to answer it on the show, but I don't want to. Oh. I threw it into my desk. A pack of pens, and they all went flying out. So here's where the Bunsen Burner is. And this setup is based on my recollection of 8th grade science class. Like, we got the stand, the little I don't know what you call it. It is like steel. No, it's not steel wool. It's like just some kind of like mesh thing you put over the stand for the burner to sit on, or the flask to sit on, and then you put the burner underneath, and then it goes up this tube. I feel like that was stuff we did in 8th grade science in Mrs. Fisk's class. That's kind of a tangent, that little corner. So I'll take that out of there. I'll fix that with the white. Because avoiding tangents creates clarity too. Just visual harmony. Tangents disrupt visual harmony. Is how I would put it. I gotta wipe some of that out. Got too thick on me. I didn't throw the line down where I meant to. I don't like this being the edge of the table. Maybe here. Okay. So this is the other end. Okay, I was trying to figure out what's going on in this panel. This is the other end of the hose. See, this one isn't on the Bunsen burner. And it's emptier. It'll probably be a different color liquid in this one. Would help sell what's going on here. Sometimes I don't get enough of the ink off before I throw down a line. In fact, I think I'm about to do it again. Okay. I just stuck my hand in the ink. Okay. Okay. Oh, this should be here. I'm going to have to do some serious white on this panel. Because it's going to have to go like... Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it. We'll nail it. But it will make this make more sense. This pan over is what it really is. We're on this one, then we move to the side and follow the hose. But that being there is a little crucial to make sense of that. Not crucial, but it's not going to help if I have it here and I don't have it here. Now I could erase that and it would make my life easier, but I think it helps with making sense of this transition between the two shots. Okay, so I'll wait for that to dry and then we'll fuss with that. So here it is traveling. The heated liquid is rising and traveling through this tube. It says, whoosh. Okay, so the liquid is swishing around inside this tube as it moves through it. Okay. And then got some Bublés. Some Michael Bublés. And this is like my bubble pen today. Busted my phone. Okay. This is like a Rocco's Modern Life looking shadow. Okay. There's that. And then edge O table. Drop shadow. Because the table top hangs over the table. And then this background goes to black. This is a dark room, so there's definitely a lot of black in the backgrounds. even if it is just these stylistic background substitutes. Kind of selling the vibe of the room. While not cluttering the drawing with all this extraneous detail. Right? So we're trying to tell a story. We don't need you to see every bookshelf and every machine in the background here. We need to see what is happening. And this potion is being made. Okay. Oh man, I'm gonna have to bring in a video here, even though I'm almost done with this page. Let me share something with you. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. Okay?
E. Peterson. The B stands for Beatrice, except I don't like Beatrice. I just like B, and that's all. You may know me for my world-famous books on behavior and discipline. Well, I have a brand new book with 12 more rules for young people, featuring brand new rules such as don't put gum in your hair unless you want a haircut. Those who color on the walls are doomed to repeat time out. And running with scissors is assuredly a one-way trip to chaos. Now, you might ask, well, why would I need 12 more rules to live by when I don't know what to do with the last 12? And I would answer that question with another question. Have you ever considered that rules themselves require rules of their own in order to properly follow them? If you haven't asked yourself that question, you might find that your life may soon be spiraling into an inescapable hell, the likes of which you might find rather disagreeable. This new book, called Jordan B. Peterson and his 12 Rules for Riding the Stupid, Smelly Bus for Kindergartners, is coming soon to a Kindle near you, or wherever Canadian-authored books are permitted. Yours in Christ, Jordan B. Peterson.
Oh, we're back. Whew. Okay. Did that break up the monotony for everyone? That's another thing I need to do in the coming year is get more stuff like that made. With my current setup, it's really hard to get After Effects to run smoothly. So I'm trying to get my stuff sorted so I can make more stuff in After Effects. Because some of the stuff I want to do, it wouldn't take long, but as it currently is, it takes me forever. So we'll get there. It's all forthcoming in the new year. So it's going plip, plip, plip. And get more bubbles. Trying to do it without switching to the pen. Though it would help to have some straightforward circles rather than these sloppy ones. Okay. Then Okay. So we discovered which one is our bubble pen today. It's the size 0.3 Copic Multiliner, I guess. Okay. Oh man, I didn't realize I went outside the panel there. Okay. Last panel, and then I'm gonna try and fix this thing. It's kind of awkward because I've got all this wet ink still over here. I'm trying to draw next to it. Oh, I could go get another cup of tea because I just heated up more water. Let me do this eye first. Too much ink for this. Use the pen for this too. Because you don't want to screw up the eyes. The eyes do the acting, the hands do the acting. You want to do your best. And I'm still going to have to do some whiteout on that. Okay, here's part of his bone tie. His bone hand. Okay. He's going, is it done? And he goes, shh, 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 shh. Okay. Eyebrows. Okay. Eyebrow. got these big bushy eyebrows. Greasy slick back hair. Because he's a greasy businessman. And throw some drop shadow under his eyebrows. I like to do that with him for some reason. Make them pop. Okay. No. Okay, here's that. Here's the little jacket collar, or whatever you call it. And then shoulder. I'm gonna lay on the ink to throw it in front of Denton here. I'm gonna have to hop off soon. Which means, again, no dang second page like I've been trying to do. It won't be able to happen today. I'm hoping in one of the upcoming days I'll just have a ton of free time and be able to crank out pages. I might, if I plan my time wisely tomorrow, maybe I can get 2 pages in. Okay. So I think that's that. I'm gonna take my Presto jumbo correction pen here. I hope it's not all used up. I know I was using it for scrapbook cover. I was writing something on it, and I was making a gift for somebody. Okay. That'll work. We'll let that dry, and then we'll tack that again. Oops. I'm about to bust this in half. There we go. What else? Got my Sakura number 8 Jelly Roll white pen. I want to thin this up. That's too thick. What else? Anything? I know I did this. Okay. What else did I screw up? Oh, I know his eye was a little wonky here. I guess it's not that bad, but I like those highlights to show. It gives his eyes life. That's that page. Let's see. There's 72. I don't really have time to start this one, but I'm gonna. My alarm's gonna go off any minute now. I will finish this page tomorrow, but at least I made it onto page 71. Yeah, as soon as that alarm goes off, I'm gonna try and end the broadcast. So I will I'll try and finish this page at least get a second one started tomorrow. Hopefully I can get 2 pages done tomorrow. This one and the next one. I'll try and give myself more time tomorrow. Wah, wah, wah. I hope you enjoyed this program. I hope you keep watching this program. I'll be here every day drawing a book for the foreseeable future. This has been Ink the Book Show. I mean, there's a few minutes left, but it has been Ink the Book Show. So there. I'm your host, Ryan O'Connor. Oh, by the way, I figured out how to turn the name off on the screen for StreamYard. So I did that yesterday after the show. All right, bye everybody. I'll see you again tomorrow, where I'll be finishing page 72, then I'll start page 73. Okay, bye everybody. I love you. I hope you love me too.